Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z, episode 372. I'm Chris Adams, the Tech Master, joined by...
RPG Maniac 05.
And Trioptical.
So we've got some what you been playing. Well, not two, but like a main middle segment and a sub middle segment, or a side middle segment. You'll find out when we get there, okay? It's explained to me like that.
Everyone will find out. Mwahaha.
And then we have the news. See what you've been playing. So I've been playing. Man, I gotta say, I had a whoopsie do this morning.
Oh, whoopsie
Yesterday
do?
night when I was playing Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 on my PS3, and I'm streaming it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it, I'm finally doing it. And then I wake up this morning because I wasn't. I was thinking it was all set to go. Everything was good. Everything was great. And then I check the stream archive, and there's no audio. It's like, no. Because you know what? Spider-Man 2, it's a fun game. It's a good game. Gameplay's great. But it's got a problem. It's got a bit of a problem. It's got a bit of Assassin's Creed problem in it. It's got a bit of Assassin's Creed syndrome going on. Just a bit of Assassin's Creed syndrome. Just a bit of the lots of side things to do, but you do them a lot, and it gets old.
Kid with balloon. Kid with balloon.
Oh my gosh, I was ready. I was so ready to be done. I'm going through the game. I'm just hitting I'm just boom boom boom. I'm going through. I'm like, man, I think this game's almost over. I'm also the part where I fight Dr. Octopus. I think I'm gonna be good, and I have to play this game ever again. I mean, it's nice to revisit my history and be like, oh man, I remember why this game's so great and so awesome. And people are like, oh, just referencing it. But dude, there's like only so many pizzas you can deliver, or cars you can stop, or bad dudes you can stop, or people you can save, or yada yada yada. Yeah. It's just like I get it, Spider-Man. I get it. Okay, just, geez, Peter Parker, just you're the worst. Like, I don't ever want to be you ever again. Just
Oh, man.
So I'm looking forward to play Ultimate Spider-Man 2 and like seeing like did they do anything to juice up the formula? Because man, I gotta say, after 3 hours with that game, I kind of never want to play it again. But now I gotta play those 3 hours again because guess what? There's no audio, so it's like double work now. Yippee!
Ultimate Spider-Man is better.
Good
I
to
don't
know.
like, so when people talk about the swinging in Spider-Man 2, they say the swinging in Spider-Man 2 was never used again in another Spider-Man game.
Oh, that's so sad because it's magical. It's like if you use manual style, it's just like it's like every button does a thing because it's like R2 is the whip it to be like whoosh, and then L2 is to like go fast so you can like control your speed. But the X button like does your jump, so like as you jump from jump to jump in the air and like you have more air or less air. You can be very, it's super fluid and like freestyle-y of like how are you gonna do your Spider-Man and be all jumping all over the place. And it's cool because they even add in like tricks you can do in between the jumps or just push X and it's like, it's like, woo, look at me, I'm all stylish Spider-Man. Oh yeah, it's just it's amazing, it's fantastic, it's still great. After all these years I played it, I'm like, man, it's still good.
Do they make you go faster? They do, right?
Yeah, they do. They make you go faster, and you can put on spider sense or whatever, and then like it slows it down all bullet time style because it was like back in the day when that was the thing. It's like, oh man, slow mo, fast swinging. Oh yeah, it's great. Best Spider-Man swinging ever in Everdom.
Yeah, they say that it was never used again, and then, but it's weird because when I played Ultimate Spider-Man, I felt like it was sort of like it, but it didn't. Like, it was definitely different from Spider-Man 1, which was just webs attached to the sky, and that's totally okay, because it's Spider-Man. And I was like, whatever. But as far as, like, the stuff in between, it is more like Assassin's Creed 2, where there's actual stuff, and it's not... Yeah, boy with the balloon, deliver pizza again and again and again and again.
Yeah, it's super annoying. It's like there's story missions, and then there's chapters, and every chapter it's like, all right, dude, do what's on your what to do list, and it's like objectives, and then it's like hero points, and it's like, why do I need hero points? What? Why you gotta punish me like that? Track, why'd you do this for? Like this is like the worst decision ever in a game. It's like totally padding it. It's like, dude, Track, you totally just like padded that game out, like.
Yeah.
Knocked it out. And you're like, how can we artificially increase the longevity of this title? Let's add hero points. Whoosh, and just whatever.
Well, he has to kind of grow into a hero, though. Like, everybody didn't accept Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man 2.
I mean, it's pretty cool what they do, though. Like, in the tutorial, when, like, Bruce Campbell was all voiceovering it. He's like,
Yeah.
do whatever, man. You're always a hero. It's like that's the great thing about this game. It's like you're always doing the good thing, or like you're always like not being evil. It's like the way that they did that. I mean, you can be evil. You can like pick people up and like throw them in the water or something. But
Oh my.
the game is never like telling you
The darkest Spider-Man.
explicitly to do those things. It's always like save the dude before he falls, get the balloon, stop the bad guys, stop the robbery, catch the purse thief. It's like yeah, and then you do it for like a bit,
Symbiote.
and then you see how few hero points you're getting, and you're like, I think Spider-Man needs a raise. I think Peter Parker needs a raise in the amount of hero points he gets in the game because I've been doing this for like a bit, and I'm kind of done, kind of over it, kind of never want to do it again. And then you're like, oh look, there's no audio on the stream. I gotta do it again. Thanks.
So you have to
Tekken.
do a whole
Thanks.
thing anyway. Thanks
You
for
should
checking
just
out.
turn it into a commentary track.
You should I'm gonna say just voice over it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
Wish.
You can be like a cool comic book narrator.
I-
It's like,
I
and
Bruce
then this
Campbell.
happened.
Do stuff, whatever, because hero and all.
Spider-Man.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
And
you're
then-
really
And
the
it's
hero,
cool because like later
Spider-Man.
on you get more in the little shops that you can upgrade your abilities. You get more combos with your skills and stuff. You can like have ones where it's like you end up hanging dudes from not telephone poles, but like hanging them from like whatever with webs, or you can just like have these area of effect attacks after you dodge. Oh yeah, I guess there's that too. Like there's a whole like combat system on top of the whole swinging system. That's pretty decent. 'Cause you have a button that's like dodge, and after you dodge, you can attack. And if you don't attack, you can web, which is triangle. So it's like you can like web them up. Oh, and then like if you web them, you can like pull them with the analog stick. So it's like you can like pull them from you or away from you. Like it's analog. So it's like oh, that's cool. And yeah, pretty cool. Just wish I didn't have to do it again, whatever. So I'll use the sands of time and just do it again, whatever, because that's what I do.
You're a Spider-Man,
so.
Tyler Brown.
And who could forget classic Bougie 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 Bougie?
I say you just voice over it. It'd be
I'm
hilarious.
not going to voice over it because I don't know how the mix is for my audio, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm not going to taint this with my weirdness.
That's what make it even hilariouser.
I haven't played any Destiny this week because I was gonna play, and I was like, I need this thingy for that thingy, and I was like, I just have it in me. I need to clean my apartment, so I clean my apartment, which is not a game, but that's what I did. So if you're wondering why do you play Destiny, Tekken? That's why, because I was doing adult stuff. That sounds kind of
Oh, chicka wow wow.
but very much not. Anywho, I almost Ooh, I could do like a whole monologue about no adulting going on in Tegan's life, but yeah, let's continue with the what I've been playing. Axiom Verge, still Metroidvania E. I think I messed up to where I went past something and I can't go back. I can't like figure out how to get back to the beginning, and I have like all these powers now, but I can't go back to like other parts to get to the thing that you do in Metroid games where it's like, you go back with the powers that you have, and you're like, oh, I can get to this part now, or I can get to this part now. It's like, I think I might but then I'm like, the game has probably been designed to like not do that, so I might just be missing something, so. But then I figured out how to do something recently, and I was like, oh, I can smash these thingies with that thingy if I use that power, so. Yeah. And no new story tidbits, because it's just been very, very, word I can't think of. Stuff is, when I play it, it's only like an hour a day, so it's like, I don't remember what happened last time, I'm just still doing stuff, and then every time there's a bit of story, it's like, oh, I don't remember what happened last time I got some story, but here's some more story, whatever. And yeah, discombobulated, whatever, something like that. Disconnected, there we go, let's use disconnected, that works just fine. Did I play anything else? I don't think I did, because I was watching Iron Fist, so yeah, that's all I've been playing.
The best Marvel? I'm just kidding.
Not that bad.
Just kidding, guys. It is in fact not the best.
It's not the best. Not to say it's bad, it's just not the best. Because I thought that too. I was like, well, there's a lot of fight scenes in this, but I think I prefer the fight scenes in Daredevil, just saying. So, lots of ninjas. Ninjas in here too, but yeah, just something's just missing. I don't know.
Surprisingly poorly choreographed for a fighting show.
The one about martial arts.
It's like, something's off.
Takes off the shades. Do I know Kung Fu?
It's like, no, you in fact do not. You do not know how to Kung Fu at all.
Yeah, I had a really light, well, not in terms of time played, but in terms of variety played, I had a very light gaming week. Although I forgot one last week, which was Splatoon 2, because I picked it up. It was my daughter's most anticipated Switch game. She calls it Owie for some reason. I was like, is that what they say when they get hurt? I don't remember.
Or maybe she's used to hurting other people and she's like, yes, owie, indeed. My daughter's already developed a taste for hurting people. Yay, she's a true gamer. She's a true gamer. She's like, Dad, look, you make these people suffer. Suffer. Maybe that's what she meant earlier when she was talking about bubbles popping or something.
Oh no. So like she understands, because of the graphics and everything. Like in Mario Kart, only the first 3 people are happy, and then if you're in 4th, like your character is like not happy. So she understands like, okay, one is the best one. But she doesn't I've tried to tell her, but she doesn't seem to know what first is. So when she gets first, she's like, I won 1. I'm like, what? I was like, I won 1. I was like, oh. But yeah, anyway, so Splatoon 2 reminded me that Splatoon has a campaign that I never played through on the first one. And it's pretty, lengthy, if I remember correctly, which is probably why I haven't finished it. Like, the second one seems really lengthy, too. I was like, oh, so there was, this whole single-player thing that doesn't really get the attention because it's all about multiplayer in our world.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what world you're in, Tropical, but that is not the reality of my world.
The world that
Big Physique says hi.
Yeah,
he says it all has multiplayer. Or GTFO. Or GTFO.
Because it will. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course it will. So I've been playing through that. That's it's quite good. They added a level of sheen to the paint that was not in the first game. Namely, the paint has sparkles in it. It's like sparkle Play-Doh, but paint.
Oh, so it's like literal sheen? I thought you meant like
yeah, literal sheen. So oh, cool. And then mostly, though, I have been playing Paragon. I sort of thought that this was the week that they were going to do the big update. So last week I was really excited. It's like, oh, this week is going to be cool. And then I realized I remembered wrong, and it's actually next week from today. It's like, oh. Well then, in that case, I'm just going to play a sort of farewell games to this version of the game. Because I recently saw they do a community corner video every weekend, I think.
Community corner? That used to be one of our segments.
Yeah.
Stall it.
I was never in one, but I heard of it.
Yes, it did exist.
It did exist. But yeah, well, the changes that are coming next week are insane. The game is going to be a totally different game. Attack speed is all being increased, but time to kill is somehow going to be longer.
They were just like, that game you guys spent days learning? Yeah, it's not going to exist
36
anymore.
36 days of playtime?
Thank you.
Your experience means nothing, except that you know the map, which is yay, I know the map.
Which is also getting changed. It's reasons.
Is the map? I don't think the layout of the map is changing.
Well, they said they were going to add some other elements to make it so that each side is navigating it is different and more impactful or something. So they're probably going to do some things to it.
Well then, that is another change. Essentially then, yes, it's going to be a totally different game. So, like, it's a weird thing. You know, like, that doesn't happen a lot. Usually a game comes out and it gets patched a little bit, but it doesn't completely change the game. I think the only other one I can think of is Star Wars Galaxies at one point was all about being not Jedis, and it was like super hard to find out how to be a Jedi, and then like
Kind of like
they
in real
changed
life.
it, and it's like, okay, now one of the starting classes is Jedis. And it was like, it became a totally different game. And yeah, so this one is going to be weird. I mean, I guess it works out that it's free to play, except that a lot of the people who have played it the longest did pay money to play it. And then, so like, what happens? Like, does that count as a bait and switch if the game changes after you've decided you like it? Like, what if you don't
I would
like
say
that?
no, because at the time you spent money, that game was in beta. So a winner
Well, actually, I
is
think it
not
was in
you.
alpha. Actually, it wasn't even in beta until after that.
Or whatever form it was in, it was not the gold finished printed on disc version. So you is a loser.
It's like technically none of the versions exist still because it's still in beta, but
Well, then.
so they never lied directly.
I mean, I guess that's the thing. Like, most games you don't get to try before you buy them. Like, you look at previews and stuff, and then you're like, yes, that is a game I want. And then you get it. And then whether you like it or not, like, you find that out afterwards. But this one is like, we've played it a long time, we liked it, and then pretty soon it's not going to be the game that we liked. Not saying that we won't like the new one, but it's just like we don't know. There's some uncertainty there. I mean, I think I will like it because, I mean, come on, it's me. But other people, it's like, who knows? So yeah, Farewell Tour, I decided to play all of the characters as they exist today. In alphabetical order, because I was just going to go down the list. And they happen to be arranged in that manner. And then I found out that even though it feels like I've played every character, there are characters that I've never played before. And watching them fight against you can only take you so far. As far as like knowing what to do once you have your hands on the controls. So some games have gone better than others, but yeah, it's been really fun.
Understatement.
Were any of them my fault that they went super
Yes.
badly?
Yes, they were.
I don't know. I think there was like one where if I had chosen a different character, I think we would have done better.
Nope.
Because I
All your
chose
fault.
alphabetical order. Yeah, we didn't do well.
Because you clearly didn't know how to gadget. I mean, it was quite obvious.
Maybe. I think that's all I've been playing. I like spent most of the weekend trying to get my capture cards to work, and discovered that Hop Hog, once such a respected name in game capture, is like terrible with their support. So I guess Elgato is the one that everyone loves today, because it actually works without like a ton of messing around with software and stuff. Yeah, it took me like 4 hours to get like simple things to work. And I have a HD PVR Rocket, which was the one that you could just plug a USB stick into and like record directly, and then it's like powered by the console. I couldn't get that to work. Like the one thing that it's advertised to do, that wouldn't work. I was like, I don't understand what is happening. And it turned out, like, I guess the newest firmware broke everything. So
That's not how that's supposed to.
I could not understand what was happening. Like, it only worked when I attached it to my computer and turned on Hauppauge's capture program. And like, wait, but it should work. Like, the patch notes for OBS say that it supports this one, sort of, because elsewhere in the forums, like the developers of OBS are like, yeah, Hauppauge just we've tried and they just don't care. So I was like, oh, that's great. And then yeah, so luckily I never clear out my downloads folder, and so there was a old driver file in there. I was like, oh cool, I can downgrade. Flash the firmware to an older one, and then it's just like magically everything that I was trying to do started working. It's like, oh cool. So I will be able to stream. Yeah, the reason I did all that is because I think I'm at the end of XCOM, and I would like a record. So I was like, I'm gonna record it. It's like, or I'm gonna stream it. I don't know. And never got to the XCOM part, but did get all the streaming stuff working. So
Eventually.
someday I will see the end of XCOM. Actually, I have seen the ending of XCOM. I died. I made a huge mistake in the last. I think it's the last mission because it's after the point where it's like time will not progress anymore. This is it. Like you can't earn any more upgrades or anything. I was like, oh cool, and then I went in, and that mission is like one of your people has to survive, and I foolishly moved them to the front, and I guess the AI in that section also knows like, oh, only that if we kill that one, we win. And they just like on their turn came and killed my my one guy.
The one
Everyone else
person that has
was
to
well,
survive.
and yeah, it was just like the one guy died. It was like, I guess that's it. And,
They're like,
and
we
this
don't know
ending, it's
why,
like,
but something
yeah,
about that guy
without-
makes us want to
without
kill him.
This, the humanity had no hope, and
It's
game
the
over. Like,
darkest timeline.
but as I understand it, isn't that the canon ending because of where XCOM
It is.
2 starts?
So, according to XCOM 2. So technically,
Didn't see credits, but I
you
did
got the
finish
right
it.
ending. Technically.
No, I will be back. Yep. So that's what I've been playing.
I mean, it's weird that they would like make the bad ending the canon ending, because it's like, well, if that's the case, you should have just made the game lead into that to begin with instead of
I wonder if they do it like statistically. They look at
how many people fail the game.
Yeah, how many people bought it, or how many people completed it. And since that's always like 80% didn't complete it, then they'll be like, well, I guess humanity lost.
I think they did mention something like that actually.
That'd be really funny. It's like, because you people bought our game but didn't play it, and we are serious
It's like,
about
you guys-
this.
You guys are all
Humanity-
terrible gamers, so we had to do it. We had to. And also because they knew the darkest timeline was coming, so
So it fits perfectly.
they're like, I don't know, something dark is on the horizon, something orange and angry.
Ruiner of language.
I saw something so funny, to continue on the Darkest Timeline tangent today, about, like, a comment on a YouTube video I was watching, and it was something about, like, since all these things about, like, AI and automation and how it's gonna, like, just decimate all the jobs and whatever, and like, it was like a comment or something that was like, well, Obama won't stop the AI from killing us all, we're all doomed, or something. Even your own savior can save you, or something. I was like, wow. It's true though. So yeah, Darkest Timeline. Foiled again.
Darkest timeline.
Or Darkest Timeline strikes again, because that will not really
Which
good
also-
against existential threats like AICBM. Just saying, that too.
And considering it's the darkest timeline, the theme is really upbeat. Now that I think
Yeah.
about it.
Reminds me of what's the show Steve Urkel was on?
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yeah. The opening to that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
And Good Times had a pretty upbeat song too,
Oh yeah,
considering the
Good Times
lyrics
was,
of
like,
the song
super
was very
sad and
like
upbeat.
dark. It's like, oh, this sounds awful, but it's so happy. Like these are not good times
To be
at all.
honest, like the Darkest Timeline has like a ton of laughs. There's a lot.
So
You like-
it's accurate.
Do you like stupid stuff? Because we got a lot of it. Like stupid stuff is popular.
Yeah, we were talking about it at work the other day. We were like, if nothing else, this will go down as one of the most entertaining periods in history, despite being awful.
Yep.
So, yay, I guess.
Yes. Darkest Timeline means you treat yourself a lot. And I tried to do that this morning, but I missed the sale by like 2 minutes. And I was like, well, I just saved $100.
Master
I was
Chinagako?
trying to save $200.
Is that why the stock market keeps going up? Because we're all treating ourselves.
Everyone's
Basically.
out there. Treat
So,
yourself.
like, even though everything's going horribly, it's like our business has been
Darkest
booming.
Timeline. Treat yourself.
The end could happen at any
Is that
moment.
a bumper sticker?
I must treat
Is there a
myself.
bumper sticker? We should make
I
it.
don't think so.
The Treat Yourself bumper sticker by Aimless Podcast.
They're like, this is great. We should all treat ourselves.
All right, we'll discuss it later. We gotta work out like the punctuation and like how it most accurately represents how we're saying it. Excellent. I approve.
So, now you've been playing Tropical?
Yep.
RPG, what have you been playing?
Guys, I've been playing so much stuff. So much stuff. So I played 2 games.
Yay!
But no, seriously though. So I've let's see here. Let's see. So Paragon, we already went over. We've been playing lots because everyone loves Paragon, and like Tropical said, they're going to be making like a massive update soon. So all of everything we've known will be different, and that means all our masteries technically mean nothing because it's gonna be mastery in the old system and not the new system. So technically, all of our characters are noobs. I did get my 3rd master character though recently, but once again, like I said, it won't matter because they're changing everything. So I'm only a temporary master until the updates. So, but I am interested to see how it goes because Tropical was telling me some of the stuff they said was going to happen. I was like, oh, it's going to be weird. It's going to get weird. So, should be fun. In theory, anyway.
So would Destiny kind of be like that, where it's like always changing, but it's more just like a new content type of thing, as opposed to like new thingies that are completely different?
Destiny didn't really like have any like major overhauls except for I guess like when they added the 3rd classes for everybody, but
it wasn't like, like, oh, we're not going to use guns anymore. It's
yeah,
gonna
so
be
like, there's no
Nerf
changes to the
guns.
fundamental.
Or it's like we're not going to
systems.
shoot. It's all going to be melee.
Good point. Or if they did,
Like,
if they added
Paragon
more
is-
stuff besides the sleeper simulant, or more guns
Yeah.
of that type of like, now you have laser guns, now you have crossbow guns, now you have mine planter guns and grenade launchers, or all the stuff they added in the few things they added in Destiny 2 guns and stuff.
And they're like, screw it, you all have psychic powers instead.
Yeah.
That'd basically be what that would be.
Psychic light.
Like, this is going to be a totally different game. Well, it's not just like, oh, no more guns. It would have been like, no more guns. Or, like, the guns are the same, but they all feel different. And armor, like, no more armor. In fact, you had, like, 8 armor slots. You're just going to have 2.
One for your body, one for your head.
That's what this is going to be like.
Basically, yes. So it should be fun. So I'm kind of excited. It happens next Tuesday, so we'll be seeing the hilarity when it happens. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. Everything's gonna be so different. Everything's gonna be so different. Let's see. What else did I play?
Fire!
Oh my gosh, why?
You were asking, I gave you a clue.
So I also played Skyforge, which was
I think it's Fever, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
ew. 'Cause I was like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I knew it was an F word, whatever.
I mean, I guess there's fire in games I play. Yeah, so that's the thing. So yeah, obviously. But yes, I played Skyforge, which is like this weird like MMO, but it's an action RPG MMO, which is weird because it's not all like dice rolly like the other ones and stuff. So it's kind of weird because it's like you play everything, like all your abilities are like mapped to buttons and stuff. And you like attack in real time and stuff without that. It's interesting. It's interesting, and then you like can. It's like apparently you get to like turn into like gods or something, or I don't know, magic, immortals, all this other stuff. I was only half paying attention because I was like, this seems interesting because it's an action RPG, but it's an MMO. So I was like, oh, that should be cool. So it's like you get to unlock other classes later on. Down the line based on like I guess like your progress, and they all have like different abilities and stuff, but different like deity forms or something, god forms. I don't know. It makes you this gigantic god-like thing, and then you have like superpowers, and well, even more so than you already do. It's weird,
You have a beast
but
mode?
interesting. No, it's like because it's like you have like two super modes, which is unusual for these type of things. So it's like the first one is like a regular super mode. So it's like it gives you like these special attacks and stuff, but then the next one is like a full on like god mode or something where you turn into like this giant and like you have like some mega attack or some nonsense or something. So it's weird. But I mean, you don't get. I mean, they just basically give you a taste of that in the training mode when you're like doing when you're first choosing your class, and then it's like they obviously strip it away from you, so you don't have like super powers like at the beginning, but you kind of have an idea of what you'll be getting yourself into. But yeah, there's some story about immortals and pie and other stuff, and I guess I don't know what's going on with the
Do
game.
they
But,
eat
yeah.
the pie to get immortality?
They do not, because
Or
that would have been
become super.
interesting. So
That's
I'm
not a
disappointed.
very awesome pie then.
It's not. It's really not. So there's that. So it's been it was pretty interesting because I mean, like I said, I haven't played an MMO before that was like action RPG ish like that. So it was kind of weird at first, but I might try it and see how long it holds my attention. Maybe it holds it forever. Maybe it becomes my new Paragon. I mean, it's likely not going to, but I mean, you know,
Maybe
got to give
new
people some
Paragon
suspense
will
out
be your
there.
new Paragon.
Also, there is an actual new Paragon coming, so, you know, that's going to be my new Paragon, obviously. But, you know, got to build up suspense for the people out there listening. They're like, oh, will he? Will he abandon? And it's like, clearly I'm not, but, you know, gotta. I mean, spoiler alert, I'm not. But yes. So, but yeah, I mean, it's semi-fun, and like I said, it's an MMO, and it's free, so, I mean, I have nothing to lose by playing it, and everything to gain, except my sanity. I won't gain my sanity. So there's that. And then let's see. I played more of Children of the Zodiac Killer, and that's been going well because we've been full on murdering folks like we're supposed to. So it's been fun so far. The characters are like up to level 11 or something now. So it's like I got like some new cards, and like a lot of the cards have gotten upgraded, so now they can like some of them interact with each other. So it's like the one main character, she's like the main melee person. So she has like one card that can shroud her, and then if she's shrouded, then like a couple of the other cards, like one of them will cause her to draw like a healing card out of her deck if she successfully attacks while she's shrouded, and the other one like boosts like the attack damage or something like that, and so there's like some of the cards like interact like with each other like that and stuff, and then they've still been doing, or there's the second mission that I was on right now that it has it where you play as like completely different characters for that mission. So it's like the boss guy from the group, and then like some rando guy, but they're like really powerful. So it's like I'm like, I don't know if this is like intentional, because it's kind of cool to get like that whole, like I said, that whole taste of power thing going on. It's just like they have these ridiculous cards, but I mean they are horribly outnumbered, so it's probably just to make it fair. So it's like they get to do like these things, because like the one guy's like a gunslinger, so he has I think like his Angel of Death card hits like a bunch of people at once, and then it like causes them to lose card for every successful like star dice that he rolls when he does it. And then he has another one that like gives him like extra mana regen, or not extra mana, or extra health regen, and extra evasion, and like extra something else. Like it's like a bunch of different things all at once. So it's like it's kind of cool. So it's like, this is great. And then the boss guy is of course like super powerful because he's the boss. So you know he has to be ridiculously powerful. So he has like all these area of effects attacks, and then it's like some of his cards give him like extra turns or something like that. So it's like all kinds of hilarity going on there. But yeah, it's hilarious to just wreck them, and then I have to go back to the regular characters who are definitely not that powerful. So it's just like, oh no, I am not God mode anymore. I have to actually be careful with fighting people. So, but yes, I have been enjoying that game thoroughly so far. So I'm glad I picked it up. It is fun times. It is fun times. Because you can always use a good turn-based strategy game in your life, especially when it's cards and dice. So it's like a tabletop RPG, except fun. So there's that.
Hang on, you said you've never played tabletop.
You don't know my life, Tropical. You don't know my life. Just kidding, people out there who play tabletop RPGs. I'm sure it's super fun, and I'm sure they're great. But, you know, stuff and things, guys. Stuff and things. Let's see. What else have I been playing? Oh, also been playing more Valkyria Revolution as well. So we actually finally fought the Valkyria this time, so I got to see her in action, and she started out kind of like normal at first because she was like wearing that weird Reaper cloak thing or whatever. But then after she took the cloak off, then she started like fighting, and she was all like wrecking us and stuff. And I was like, well, she is far more powerful than I expected. But I mean, I guess it makes sense because in this universe, the Valkyrias are basically gods. So, but they're more magic-y in Revolution than they were in the Chronicle series. So it's like, they're powerful, but they weren't like magic basically, like they are in this one, because it's like they control, or in this one they control the 4 elements, so they can do like different type of alchemy stuff, and also alchemy is a thing in the series, in the Revolution series. So there's also that, but yes, so she was quite powerful, although she didn't seem like as powerful as the Valkyria. I think Valkyria is the plural version of the Valkyr in this series. But yes, they like, because like if anybody's played like the previous games, then it's like, you know, when Sylvaria hit the field, it was kind of like an oh crap moment for everybody when she starts like blasting tanks and stuff out of it, and she's just like walking around all casually like, hey guys, watch me wreck all of you real quick, and then everybody's all panicking because they're like, okay, this is not what we had planned. So but in this one, like, even though she was obviously powerful against like our squad, she wasn't like, I didn't see her like destroying tanks and like making craters in the battlefield and stuff. We're just like, oh my gosh, we do not want to go up against this lady. But in this one, it's just like, well, it's 4 of us against one of her, and we were still kind of semi-holding our own. So she's not as terrifying as, you know, as one would expect of the Valcor, but yes, and once you do finish that mission or that the story mission where where you meet her for the first time, apparently she'll start like randomly appearing in some of your other missions if you like let it get to nighttime while you're doing. Oh, there's also a day and night cycle, by the way, in the missions, but she can like randomly appear if you allow it to get to like nighttime. In some of the missions, kind of like the whole Reaper thing in the Persona series, where if you stay on the floor too long, it'll just show up and be like, surprise, gonna murder you all. So it's kind of like that, because like I said, she is still pretty powerful, even though it's not like, holy crap, it's Salvaria, everyone panic kind of moments like in Valkyria Chronicles, where it was like a full-on panic mode for that one, because she just like wrecked everything, just everything. So, which I heard in the DLC you can do the same thing, so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But so yes, but I never did get the DLC for that. Tekken, you got the remaster, right?
Yes, I did.
Is the DLC included in that one, or?
I think so. I haven't played it though, so I don't know.
I kind of want to buy it just for that. So I can because I want to see how that works. Because I know in Valkyria Chronicles 3, apparently one of the actual squad members is a Valkyria that you can activate it at your own leisure. But yeah, they never localized it because Sega hates their fans. So there's that. Just throwing that out there, because thanks a lot, Sega. We love you too. We don't jerks. But let's see.
The 2 part of that is false.
It's true, because they don't love us in the first place, so we can't also love them since it's not a thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it on Valkyria Revolution, I think, because I've just been playing like the story missions and stuff. But yeah, it's not Valkyria Chronicles, but it's something, I guess, until they decide to make a proper one again, or if they never do, because once again, Sega hates their fans. I mean, loves their fans. Sorry, meant to say love their fans. I actually meant hate. Just kidding. Let's see, what else have I been playing? Basically. And yet I still support them somehow. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not going to buy any more Sonic games to teach them a lesson, but,
Not even Sonic Mania? What?
No.
The fan-made official Sonic game?
Exactly. This is the best way to stick it to them, because it's like, you won't buy the one the actual fans made to make it the actual good Sonic. And I was like, exactly. So that is my revenge. So we'll see if they ever, because I mean, I'm guessing Revolution didn't necessarily sell like a ton or something, so it's like, because I mean, it's not like a traditional Valkyria game, so people are probably like, I'm not buying this. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes later on. What else did I play other than that?
Pawn, shaka, pawn.
Not that one yet.
I'm just gonna chant it in the background the whole time. You ready?
There's another one. No, there's another one before that. Before I get to that.
All right, I will provide accompaniment.
Because I mean, I'm pretty sure I also played like Final Fantasy 12 more, but you know how I feel about that game, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. So did you finally render your verdict on that game, as far as like were you right all these years, and then you like play it again and you're like,
Of course I was right all these years. That's not the issue for me. It's more of they like
about redemption.
That's what to say. It's like I already knew I was right about it all these years. It's more of maybe they implemented things better, and it wasn't as horrible as it was before. So no, I mean, that verdict has technically been rendered a long time ago. But yeah. Oh, I also played the Surge demo because I was like, I didn't realize there was a demo for this game.
Yeah.
So I played it
recently, actually.
Yeah, so I can get an idea of that game, and it is interesting the way they have it set up because it's like they have like the Soulsy type systems in place, obviously, because it's inspired by Dark Souls, I'm assuming. But like the whole being able to target the limbs and stuff is kind of interesting. Because then it's like you can intentionally target certain ones in order to do extra damage, or you can target specific ones in order to damage the part, so you can like get the weapon or get the well, you might not always get the weapons, but it'll give you you can do finishing moves if you target the right parts enough, and then it because there's like a meter that fills up if you target the part and hit it enough, which is kind of cool. And then it's like you can do these finishing moves and then get the pieces, and then you can actually like craft your own weapons and stuff as well. So or upgrade the ones you have. But it seems like it's going to be based on that. It seems like it's going to be kind of grindy. Because like some of the systems, because there's like a separate system in place that you kind of like you're like leveling up your power core or whatever in order to like allow you to override systems or whatever. But then that doesn't actually affect any of your stats or things that you actually have to like go through the trouble of like building and upgrading stuff, which also uses the same currency. So it's like this is going to be far more grindy than the Soul series. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I might end up picking it up when it's like super sales level like later on, which it probably will be, because I doubt it like sold a butt ton because I didn't hear anybody talking about it. So and I think I actually saw it on sale recently already for $40. So I'm like, well, that's quick, because like it just came out. So I'm like, that's a good sign. I might be able to get it soon if it continues along that path. So I'm hoping that it does get super cheap, and then I'm just like, yes, more power, unlimited power. So we'll see. Let's see. And then finally, because Tekken won't let me not do it, is Patapon Remastered. So Patapon Remaster came out, and as you can hear in the background, it is a rhythmic chanting. So yes, for anybody who's not familiar with the series, Patapon is like a side-scrolling rhythmic puzzle platforming game.
Wait, there's platforming?
There's like some semi, it's not like Mario type platforming, but there's like some like getting around stuff type of maneuvering going on with your chanting. But the way it works is you rhythmically chant, or play. Actually, no, you play the drum and the Patapons rhythmically chant to your drum beat, and then based on whatever rhythms you're doing, they kind of do different stuff. So like the was it, I think the pata or no, the pata pong pata one is the moving one, and then the other one is like the pong pata pong. That's the actual attack one, where they'll like throw their spears and like attack whatever's in front of them and that kind of stuff. And like you have the face buttons that activate this. So each of the face buttons is a different drum, and then you can like when they do their chant, then you do yours, and then they kind of like respond in kind. So it's like this cute little rhythm thing going on, and like you create combos by, you know, successfully doing your rhythm with their rhythm, and then eventually, if you continue to successfully do it, they'll enter a fever mode where they just go cuckoo banana pants and just they're like, woo, woo, we're Patapon, woo! And it's like the most adorable thing ever. So I mean, I think it's like part of it is because of the art style and everything. Because obviously, it actually isn't as cute as they would make you believe because you're feeding these things so they don't die horribly in the winter. So you have to take them out on these missions to make sure they can survive, and you're basically like their god, so they depend on you. So if anything goes horribly, you're a monster. So just so you're aware. Exactly. And then like with tropicals chanting in the background, it's a lot like that. And you can like equip them with various you can actually equip the Patapon squads with like different things, like weapons and armor and stuff, so they can be more like equipped for when they go out on these missions and stuff. So, but yes, it's a pretty adorable game and fun times. So I enjoyed it. Actually, Yukino is the one who got me like started on these games like way back when she was like all about the Patapon. And she's like, guys, it's the best game ever, play it or else. And it's like, okay, all right, I'm down crazy.
I really did.
So, but it's like, since I don't like to be threatened, I went ahead and played it anyway. So it's like, this is fine. This is fine. So yes, it was. So yes, it's a fun little game, especially for people who like rhythm and puzzle games, kind of. Stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's a fun cutesy little happy fun time where you have the lives of creatures in your hand. So, don't F it up. Don't F it up. I think that's all I've been playing actually.
Okie dokie.
Or Chokey. My name is Smokey.
Moving on to
Thor kind of maybe doesn't like Loki.
the middle segment.
Because he's like cold turkey.
Okay, I think we lost it.
Oh, sorry, Tekken. We're just having fun. We were ponging.
What is this middle segment?
So
aside?
first,
you're speaking of tropical.
we must talk about Operation Maple Syrup. and what did you show us?
What are you talking about, Tropical?
He's talking about the horrible things you showed us on Twitter.
Oh, that was just I live in an environment, I never clean it, and I just like let it sit here and be
How did
derelict.
happen?
And I never use my sink, and I never use the kitchen sink anyway. And then I mean, I use one side. It's a long story. Basically, I had like the garbage disposal had an issue, and I like told the people, and they like came out to like fix it, but they didn't fix it, and I was like, whatever. And so I was just like, whatever, I'm not gonna bother with it, and I just like let it do that thing. And then I don't know what's up with the bathroom one. It just I don't know. I guess I just never clean it, so it gets like that or whatever, man. And then like the stay on the floor is just like it's like something fell, and I was like whatever, and I was like, oh, this is pretty kind of more than your drop or spilled milk spill, and I was like, it won't be that bad, and I just left it, and I was like, yeah, that's how that happened. So
Why didn't you just leave it?
I think I tried to clean it, and I was like, oh, I think I got it. But then it just, like, didn't not do the thing it did, and it turned... It, like,
Wait, what was it?
I don't remember, dude.
Do you remember?
I don't even remember, dude. So...
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't put that many things in your fridge, right? So it could have been...
Yeah, it was probably...
That's true. It can only be so many things.
From a jar of fruit, or spilled milk, or rice milk. Or, yeah, the only liquid things I have is, like, orange juice, water, fruit juice, rice milk, and I think that's it. So it's one of those, probably. No idea. But yeah. Oh, actually, no, this one time I came home, and like I don't know what they were doing, but there was some like liquid that had like backed up into my kitchen sink, and I was like, what's it? What's this? But then like it went away, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then like there's still like weird, or not weird stuff, but there's like still there's like it caused like a giant mess, and I was like, well, what the f, man? And then I tried to just like rinse it out, and it like didn't work, and I was like, oh, I'll have to clean it someday. And I just like left it. So I was like, whatever, dude, I'll just clean it some other time. And then that's why it's in the state it's in. So there you go.
Good job on that.
I have this feeling that you say "you" to some things that we say. I'm not sure what they are right now, but then like your apartment.
It's not as bad as it looks.
It's very ew-worthy.
It looks very bad.
And then maple syrup is just like, you know, the code word or code
Well, no,
name.
like that. Yes, yeah, that's clear. But this is part of Operation Maple Syrup, right? You have to return.
Yeah.
You have to return your apartment.
Yeah, I have to restore it to its original form.
Its former glory. Before it became what it is in the darkest timeline.
This was before the darkest timeline.
But I'm saying it got worse because of how dark the timeline got.
So how did it go? The adulting?
I haven't tried it.
You haven't done it yet?
No.
Oh.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
So you're allowing it to
Today
ferment.
I was putting discs into my disc sleeves because I had like a lot of like disc what are those things called that you buy CDRs and DVDRs? Spindles? Not spindles. Are they spindles?
I think they used to call them spindles.
Those thingies, whatever they're called. Like the stacks, they're stacks of DVDs. But then like apparently at some point I was going through my DVD collection and just like putting ones from there onto those as I was like organizing them, but then I left a bunch on them that I didn't put back into the binders, so I had to go back through those and then put those into binders. And then I was also going through like all my CDs and DVD cases that had like discs in them, so I could finally completely put all my discs in binders, because that's like the whole plan, like way a long time ago. I apparently never got around to it, because I was like, man, there's a lot of discs out here that are just like not in binders, Tegan. You've just not done your job here. And that was like an all-day thing, because, I mean, it wasn't an all-day thing. I was just like, you know, very slow. And, well, okay, it wasn't very slow. It was just like, you know, I did laundry. And then, while I was doing that, I had Netflix on some reality show with, like, no sound on. And I kept, like, looking at it while I was doing it, and it, like, slowed me down. So, you know, I slowed myself down by, like, trying to entertain myself while I was trying to do work. And it didn't work, so whatever. No, I'm almost done.
That was your first mistake.
And, yeah, it'll be fine by like, tomorrow. I'll have it all done after the podcast. It'll be great. It'll be fine. Does that answer your questions and stuff?
Yep.
It did not.
That was, well, I mean, sort of.
I mean,
like,
most of that stuff in
it
the
doesn't
kitchen sink is like
explain-
cereal anyway, because that's all. Like,
Why?
I would only need to like rinse out my cereal bowl, and then like I don't.
No, it is not cereal. Not anymore.
It is sort of not.
Wait, what is it now?
It's taking
It
its
is
own
the
life.
things that eat cereal and die because there's no more cereal, and it's well, I don't know. It's not cereal anymore.
It's become something else.
Maybe that's
Something
maybe that's what that thing on the
worse.
floor is like I probably had some cereal and it was like not like, or like it's like when you like leave it in and it gets like super sludgy or whatever, and it probably just like I was doing something and I spilt it and I was like, dang it, I don't clean this up. I probably just like left it there, and it, like that's probably what happened. It's like just the ridiculous stain that it left, and I was like, yeah. I cleaned it, most of it, but then I guess there was just some left over, and again, whatever. I honestly don't even remember, dude. I didn't even remember. It's probably just something I didn't feel like cleaning up, or I cleaned up, and I was like, it's good enough, and it wasn't good enough, and that happened. So yeah.
Creepy.
That was not gaming related.
Oh, no, it's not. But this is the Aimless podcast, so totally relevant. Everything is totally relevant.
You're welcome,
I think Charticle's
listeners.
just making it rules now, but whatever.
It's not a
Well,
rule.
I mean,
That's just how it's
technically,
done.
that's how people are in the darkest timeline.
Just making up rules.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. You don't have qualifications?
Who cares? You can run a country. So it's fine. It's fine. This is life now.
Indeed.
So what is the
Yes, I have been. So I started streaming mostly as to like save hard drive space because I currently have like 200 gigs worth of. I think over half of it is Paragon videos. And I was just like, uploading this is going to take forever. I was like, I might as well just stream because it's easier. But yeah, it just got me thinking about streaming. And we talked about it before, where we were talking about how the share button is going to allow, it's going to like sort of destroy the monopoly that gaming websites had on like reviews and stuff. Because everyone will be able to share footage, and everyone will be, like, there's just going to be this massive amount of content. And so here we are again, revisiting another another topic that I think we've talked about before. Tekken, you stream.
Yes.
How do you think the world has changed? Has it become that way?
Well, I think you'd have to ask someone that like watches streams, because I'm just a producer. I'm not a content consumer as far as like watching other people do stuff. So, from my perspective,
wow.
shut up. So it's like, you know, I mean, I guess it just makes it that much harder to be. It's kind of like, you know, if you want to be big on YouTube, it's like you're just one out of millions or billions. It's like, oh, the signal to noise ratio is like, yeah, it's like Twitter. It's all over the place. It's just like the white noise just penetrates through everything, and it's hard to get your signal out there and be like, hey, people, check me out. Oh, fine. I'm not one of those people that's just super loud and obnoxious and doing yelling weird stuff all the time. So nobody wants to watch me with my weird reactions I don't have. Woo, whatever. F yourself.
F yourself.
Yeah, I think. Okay. Wait, what's the question again? How has streaming made things different?
Yeah. How is streaming today is massively different than how it used to be. I feel like, because it's just so much easier to do it. It's one thing.
I guess that's like one thing for sure. Is like it is easier. I mean, if you're doing it on like current gen systems, like anything older is like have fun hooking up inputs that might not be compatible, or like knowing what you're doing. Because after I was like share buttoning everything for like a year or more, and I went back to like try to do all my old console stuff, and I was like, dude, I don't even remember how I had this hooked up, or how did I I forgot everything. And I was like, dude, my knowledge and wisdom of all my old video capture whatever was gone. And I was like, dude, how did I do this? Is there like a manual? Then I just look up YouTube videos, and I'm like, oh yeah, it all comes back to me. And I'm like, I just like do it a bit of at a time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now. It's just like, yeah. But yeah, it is like super easy compared to ye olden times before it was hooking up HDMI thingies to capture thingies, or
to things that aren't HDMI.
Yeah, like just hooking up a bunch of stuff and then like converting it to a signal thingy, and then looking up stream thingies to like, how does it stream? What does my bandwidth need to be? Blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, it's just super easy now to just like, oh, push a button, there you go, you're doing it, go you.
Actually, even the non-current gen console stuff, I think, is easier now than it used to be. Like Twitch, OBS has just been a godsend. I don't think that existed before. And having that, and having it be so much like other pay-for streaming software, is like, oh, it just works so well. So you don't watch any content? Like, how do you decide what to make then, if you don't know what's out there?
I just put up whatever I'm playing, Tropical, or I use my gamer intuition to be like, What's awesome? What I guess okay. I shouldn't say gamer intuition. That's not what I'm using when I do that. I do my own taste of like what do I like? What is gaming or what is Tekken like? Oh, well, I'm sure there's other people that like that because I have good taste, and I know I do because I'm awesome. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah, you guys which is or like if there's just like a game I really like and I'm like, oh man, or if I'm just like, oh, I think I'm awesome at this, let's see how awesome I am, and then like put up some like Arkham video and then people are like, oh man, and then I get like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and I'm like, yeah, I am awesome, that makes me feel great. So stuff like that.
Just like that.
Or it's like, I love Mass Effect so much, I'm gonna share my love with the other people of the internet and be like, dude, or not dude, but like, this is my Shepherd's adventure because all our Shepherds are different, and here's mine, and here's the adventure, and and here's my Walking Dead playthrough because this is what I did because I'm not a terrible person like Childcall. I don't shoot people in the middle of parking lots or motel parking lots. And I don't just like,
you use people for your personal gain.
Say it's
You're
okay,
not the
kitty.
nicest
I'll kill your
person.
son for you because I've done things like that before. You don't know my life. Ugh.
Hey, he doesn't know my life. I had to kill his son for him. Okay, you're gonna make him kill his own son? Really, Tekken? And Tropical's the horrible one? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I didn't make him do anything, dude.
You
It's
brought
like,
him into this world. It should be you to take him out.
I must basically. It's like,
I don't remember what I said or what my reason was, but I'm pretty sure if we go back and watch or listen to the Stuff episode, it's on there. So whatever my opinion is on record, I still hold to it because I know I'm not a terrible person like Tropical. So yeah. Also, yeah, I would totally not shoot my bro when he's in some fight with some crazy bitch that's like trying to instigate a
well,
fight.
he also deserved that too. Okay, listen, stop trying to
He's
pull
like
up all
a
my stuff that I
man. How is he Clementine's bro?
did. Right?
He was my
He's
bro,
also-
okay? That was a total hive mind. Me and Kenny all the way to the end, man. All the way.
He was also a little bit insane. So
Looking out for me at every turn, and his crazy prophecies always come true. Okay, and he doesn't. I mean, sure, he kind of lets me down sometimes. Does little crazy things every now and then. Says some weird shit, but it's cool because at the end of the day, we got to Wellington, and I was safe with AJ. And I was like, Kenny, don't leave me. And he's like, I got you, Clem. And I was like, no, I don't love you. And he's like, I love you too. I was like, ah, every time that ending season 2, so good. So good. But yeah, that's another fun thing is like talking stuff like that. It's like one thing at a time, one bit at a time, and then people can be like, oh, that's kind of like my playthrough. Like, oh, I didn't see it from that whatever perspective. So that is also one of the genres / game types I gravitate toward. The whole choose your own thingy and let's see what happens. And it's like, oh, let's compare notes. Oh, gamer, you did that. Well, well, clearly you did it wrong because I did like this and I got this thing, and I would say it's better, but that's just my opinion. I guess whatever. So enjoy your traumatized Clementine in season 4 of The Walking Dead Gamer, because I know mine won't be. After your choices I've seen.
Maybe yours will be, in fact, be even more traumatized because you were too nice about everything.
I wasn't nice
Instead
about
of doing what you had to do.
Darkest timeline.
wasn't nice about getting that AJ intel, but that was all hobby. So I was like, he's not Clementine. He can be tainted by the world the way it is there, and he had to do it, and he did. And he's like, yeah, what? Means to an end and all that stuff. Whatever.
I don't know.
Do you think streaming streamed content has changed at all? Well, like you've seen some, right? Like off. You may not actively watch a bunch of it, but you've seen some, right?
Yes.
So. Okay, so I'm not like.
I mean, I
someone
guess
who doesn't
I guess
know.
I guess in terms. I mean, I don't know, dude, because it's like I have a Twitch account, but I barely ever use it. But it does seem super weird whenever I go there, and I'm just like watching it and people doing their thing, and I'm just like, this is clearly like not. I feel like this is not the intended audience for me when I like watch it. I'm just like, this is weird. This is like totally not my style, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. This is. I feel like I'm in a different world of like, why do people do this, or why, how are I think what it is, or rather not what it is, but like another feather in the cap of like, wow, this is all weird to me, even though I do it. It's like, I myself am an introvert, so it's like, I'm not really trying. I mean, sure, run a podcast, whatever. That's like the one time a week when I can just sit down and talk about video games. Okay, get the F out. And then, besides that, it's like, whatever, man. I'm just going with the flow and like doing stuff, and not really gonna draw too much attention and all that stuff. So, when I'm going to Twitch and I'm just like seeing these people that just like never stop talking, and it's like, dude, like let the game speak for itself. It's like, I guess I just come from a completely different era or school of thought of like, when I played games, I would just play the game and enjoy it and be like, oh, this is nice. It's like watching a movie. I just don't talk. I'm just like, oh, that's good. Oh. Or I just think to myself because I'm not like, just talking the entire time. These streamers nowadays, it's all just like, oh, look me, just blah 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 the whole time I'm playing. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's like whatever, not my style. I mean, unless that is like the style of the stream that I happen to be doing of like, oh, I'm gonna do some commentary while I play this game, but that's not usually how that happens. So yeah, it's usually just straight up gameplay, and let's enjoy the amazing experience that has been crafted by these developers for us to enjoy. Draw the curtain, let us play. Delicious.
Very delicious.
Wait, so has it changed? Have you perceived a change in how streams are?
I wouldn't say that the streams themselves. It's just the services, like the way Twitch has like all the weird emotes and other junk that like
the
pops
money
up on
making
screen.
The money making scheme.
Yeah, like all the constant like just like bling 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 bling, or like I guess they're called emotes or whatever it is. I don't know. Those thingies that like pop up when people like subscribe or like your channel if you're that big, and it's like, oh, watch this cool animated thing play on top of the gameplay video that you should be enjoying, but you can't see because there's weird pop-up crap on screen, whatever.
RPG, like, you don't like people watching you play, but do you watch people play?
It's weird. No. I don't think I've actually watched any gaming streams. I mean, I've seen you guys play Destiny, but that's about it. But I usually don't. It's like, I usually don't watch like gaming streams because it's like I feel like anytime I watch somebody play something, they're doing it wrong. So I don't. So I'm always like, because like whenever I've seen gamer stream, it drives me crazy because I'm just like, oh my gosh, gamer, you're the worst. You're just the worst gamer ever. So especially when he like decides to play a Kingdom Hearts game, and I'm just like, I can't watch this anymore. He's driving me crazy. He's driving me crazy. It's like, because when he was playing 2.8, I was like, gamer. Like the whole time I'm yelling at him to do these other things, and I'm just like, why aren't you doing this? He's like, oh, I forgot I could do this. I was like, oh my gosh, gamer. You're just, you're killing me. You're killing me. So, yeah, it's difficult to watch other people play games. So, yes, and since I guess most people wouldn't like stream the type of games I would play, it kind of like lessens the chance of me or watching them, I guess.
Have you ever looked for them?
I
like
have
people
not.
Playing games that you would watch?
I have not. Because usually if it's a game that I would probably want to watch, I probably want to just be playing it. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just play it.
See, like, that's one of the things that I think would have changed. Whereas, like, before, I feel like it would have been very much the same types of games. Like, people all stream certain stuff, and then now, because it's so easy, like, there is a higher chance of someone out there streaming something that is not the typical thing that you would see. And in fact, like, I think now you should be able to find basically streams of any game. Every game in existence.
I don't know about any game tropical, but I'd say there's definitely more variety than there used to be, anyway. Especially after Twitch did the thing with the community thingy, but I haven't checked it out, so whatever.
Yeah, I've been checking that out. That's very recent. Because it still says beta.
It's super annoying though, because like, I went to Twitch like the weekend of Evo, and then like they changed their whole like site, whatchamacallit, loadout, or the design, and I was just like, dude, I don't know where I'm going. Great, great. I just want to watch the Evo, and then I can't even navigate the site. Thanks, Twitch. Whatever. Just when I was getting used to how to navigate the website, they change it. It's great. Great. It's not great. Whatever.
Yeah, my experience recently, so I've been looking at lots of people's streams, and it seems like they're all kind of the same. It's just like, oh, we got a little webcam picture here, and then we got a person, trying to say fun stuff, and then they're just like playing right now, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is just like everywhere.
Ugh.
I admit, like, I think the systems are really fun, and so it is kind of fun to watch. But yeah, it's like if you're trying to get people to watch you, why would you do the same thing as everyone? Like, does that seem like a problem to you, or does it seem like it doesn't matter? It seems like nobody cares that every stream is kind of the same.
It's true.
I would say, I don't know. I mean, there are some fighting game streams I watch where like people that are like really good, they'll play like online, and like it's cool to like watch someone that's like at like a level above me that I like. I don't like that I aspire to be to, but I don't think I could ever get there. Just like they're playing, and they're just like Jedi. Hold on, let me try to get a thingy with I can type. Okay, they're just like, yeah, it's like, so you like just hear them like just like knocking out the combos, and just like on their arcade stick, and they're just like yeah, and then like they start like saying like the weird like nomenclature of like fighting games of like, oh, that was like a down, forward 1, 2, blah blah. Like I totally like in real time, like as they're playing, it's just like how they can just like spin that many plates on their head and like do all that stuff at the same time, and just be like, dude, I can never. I will never be that good. It's like, oh man, this is why I will never. This is why I can never get even win, because there are just people that are just like so good, like this. That's just like, yeah, have fun with that Tekken. You should just cut your name in half and just call yourself Tekken, because you're not a master. Oh, so that's cool. Sometimes when I like watch that, or just it's like I would like to see, or like like watching stuff like that like makes me wish people would like take the time to be like, I will now walk you through this, and like you can try to be as good as I am if I just go by like step by step on how to be super awesome at fighting game XYZ, but it'd probably be like super in depth and very long and hard to do. But I mean, I'm like subscribed to like some YouTube channels, but like it's also a time thing, because it's just like, man, it would take a long time, so it's like. It's like it's like if I just took like a year off and like did nothing but that, and it could be like finally awesome at fighting games again. That'd be great. But that is like neat. Or I guess like also speedruns, because there's like some person that I've been like watching for like a long time doing Resident Evil speedruns, so it's just like kind of neat to like see people play games like a different style than like the traditional go through the game and do the stuff. It's just like try to just act like it's a race and just like, oh, I'm just
it feels like there's a lot more speedrunning these days.
There is.
Does it seem like that?
Yeah, it does. There is.
Yeah.
It's the new thing to do.
I mean, that being said, it's like after I've seen enough, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna I'm at my quota for speedruns. I'm not like super into it. I'm like, oh man, this is so the best thing ever. Oh, I gotta watch it all the time. It's like, yeah, I've had my fill of that. So satisfaction met. But yeah, as far as like the being the same as everybody, it would be nice to see some different stuff out there, because it does seem like a lot of it is the same old, same old. I mean, I try to like, I kind of like have the wrong way of going about it, but I try to like do mine differently, because I'm just like, I'm not even gonna be like everybody
lower
else.
Effort.
And then, yeah, it's like you don't even get this. I try so hard to be different that I'm not even gonna respond to you. It's like, that's probably not the best way to do that, again, but whatever, it works for you. It's just just sit there and enjoy the show. That's all. That's my style. It's like, yeah, all gameplay, no commentary, because I need to focus and concentrate and can't multitask. So bad things would happen. But then, like, when I was streaming VR recently, I've been getting, more views, so that's kind of fun. And I had the whole...
It's probably because most people don't... Because it's like, it's one of those things, like he said, like, so many people are doing, like, all of the same thing. It's like, well, what do you watch if everyone's streaming this one thing, but not, like, everybody's necessarily, like, streaming VR kind of thing. So it makes it more Interesting.
Well, I had never tried the text to comment thingy before, like Tropical said. It's actually, I
It's
actually
kinda
had it
neat.
on in VR since that's the only way you can like know what people are saying. It's like, oh, this actually kind of works. So I think
Weird.
I might do that more often to have more in real time feedback. Usually, I'm just like, I'm kind of like, I was like, after such a long time of streaming, I was just like, so whatever on the comments because it'd always be like, hi. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, if when like that is like the only comment I'm getting all the time, it's kind of just like, you know what, I don't even care because nobody has anything to say. And it's just it makes me just go to places of like, whatever, I don't care. I'm just gonna play the game. I don't have time to have feedback to these same comments all the time. And I like, but then I started streaming VR. I was like, oh man, they're actually saying stuff that's not hi all the time. Oh man, that's nice. That's so yay. It makes me want to do it more and stuff. Or just leave text to comments on because I can actually respond and be like, okay, hi back, whatever. Maybe I'll get an actual sentence next time. Who knows?
Cool. Yeah, I guess it's very interesting to me right now because watching some of the streams is like, how does this work? Like this is, I feel like Twitch there's a gold rush right now because of the Twitch Prime thing, and just like everyone wants in on that. But then you watch it, it's like all of these are kind of the same thing. Not that I'm saying like, oh, I'm too good for the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. But yeah, it's just like that's very interesting. In other markets of anything, you enter the market, you don't try to be what everyone else is doing, like you do something else. I mean, or maybe you don't. Like if you think about the mobile market, a lot of those games are, ooh, that game made a lot of money. Let's make that game, but kind of different so they can't sue us.
People do like to sue nowadays.
It's also hard to change up the formula when it is super similar across the board. You're just sitting there playing something. Like, how do you spice it up or whatever? Or change it up.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking up terms today. It's like, you know what would be cool? Like, speedrunning is a certain type of, like, playing in an unusual way. And then, like, the way that people play, like, demonstrations, like, at E3, like, that is also kind of... And I'm not talking about, like, fake voice chat. I'm talking about just the way they move the camera and, like, the way they react to things and stuff. It's like... It's sort of a, like performance art almost. Like you were sort of puppeteering a show. And yeah, it just feels like there should be lots of different ways to show games online. And it's just it's weird that we almost always see the same one. As far as like, yeah, I guess we've talked about how we find the games that we like now. All right, I guess that's it. That's topic of the week. Revisited.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything else to add. Yeah? No, maybe.
I do, but I'm not going to because it's weird, and I don't do it anymore. I guess I'll say so. I don't do it anymore. But no, I'm not gonna say it because it's embarrassing. Never mind. It's weird, and embarrassing, and I'm not gonna say it.
Now we have to know.
Yes,
You made it
tell
like
us your
that.
shame.
I'm just okay. Fine, whatever. I'll say it. It's embarrassing. I don't care. But like, I used to go to Twitch just so I could be like, oh, I wonder if there's any ladies playing anything. And just like check through to see like who's streaming. Oh, it's a lady. Yeah.
What a
But,
Judging by the number of viewers that ladies tend to have, just like quickly browsing through, I think a lot of people do that.
But then it's like, yeah, that's just weird. So I stopped.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Not judging, but kind of judging.
Or it gave me hope, So I was like, It's a very dark time in Tekken's life. Okay, it's like, you know,
Oh,
I was watching Jamie McGonigal TED Talks, and I was like, there has to be more like this. Or that sounds weird to say that. I'm sorry, but like, there has, or like, you know, I'm like, you know, I need hope in my life, and I was like, let me go to Twitch. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, they're out there. It's not just a myth. They're not just unicorns roaming through lands of happiness and imaginary planes or whatever. They do exist, yes.
sometimes. Sometimes you don't.
Oh man.
Unicorns.
I've seen it. Okay, I needed visual confirmation, and I was like, okay, well, I've seen enough of this to know that it is a thing. Even though every time I go to GameStop, it's empty, but that's because people buy the games digitally now, so it's a completely different ballgame and landscape. So yeah,
Did you do your 2DS thing?
I did not.
Or
get my
2DS slash GameStop thing?
because I saw gamers struggle serial tweet, and I was like, "Do you want to be like gamer all your life, Tekken?" I don't think so. Don't do it.
Wait, what did he do? What did he do this time?
He didn't do anything. He just didn't have any milk to put in his cereal. And he's like, "I ate some struggle cereal. It tasted terrible.
Oh.
Water." I was like,
Oh.
"Do you want to spend the money on 2DS Tekken and be like gamer and never get out of the darkest timeline, homeland? You can still have the 2DS later. You don't have to get it now. You can wait. You can wait." And then I totally just like went cold turkey on everything. I was like, "I'm not buying Resident Evil 6 on the sale. I'm not buying that Salt and Sanctuary game." And then like, yeah, I totally like yeah, it was weird. I had like a whole thing about it. It's weird. I was like, yeah, I was like, I used to have one game a month. These last couple of months, I bought so many, and I'm never gonna play them. And you know the whole thing about like, you know, you have the willpower and it fades, but then like, you know, I guess it grew back after that. So thanks, gamer, for doing that and being weird. And you know, now I can not be like you and Operation Maple Syrup.
Thanks for
Maybe you
making
should do
struggle
that.
cereal.
Once a month, just eat some struggle cereal, and then just be like, "Oh yeah, this is why."
That would be worse, Tropical. Because then I'd have to put it in my mouth and eat it, and it would be disgusting. And you know, I can just look at gamers tweet and be like, let me get a mental image of me doing that, and then yeah, and just like imagine how it tastes and be like, disgusting, good enough, and then it just totally went into my brain zone and inception to me because it implanted the idea. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be that gamer. I'm not gonna be eating struggle cereal. I mean, not that I have like a problem or like I can't afford milk from my cereal or forget it or I don't know what the circumstances were, but it's like, you know what, I'll just think something up that's like way more dire and worse. So whatever. And yeah, and not be that gamer because he buys everything anyway. So yeah.
He does buy everything.
And I haven't bought like so many things. And then yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't have bought that PlayStation VR, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm like above budget anyway, so it's great. Operation Maple Syrup is going full steam ahead, and there will be no something or whatever thingies. I mean, whatever. Everything's cool and stuff. I mean, for the most part, not 100%, but everything's for the most part cool.
Channel surfing for the ladies. Anyway, on to the news.
Oh my.
Hey, whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Like, don't. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care what you think about that. Okay, because you know what? For a long time at Tekken's life, the only way
Wow,
you had
what's happening right now? Is he having a breakdown?
the only way you had contact with people like that was through the internet, and then yeah, it was on
Wait,
Twitch.
like what?
Like what? What do you mean, like what?
People like that. Like what?
I'm kidding.
Explain.
I shouldn't say people like that, but you know, Tekken has a hard time in real life, okay? Because Tekken just like, you know, it's hard for me to. I'm just not good with people, so you know,
Is it
never
hard
say
out there
anything.
for him?
It's hard out there for Tekken, okay? It's hard out there, and you know, you guys know my story about the whole GameStop lady thing. We're not going to talk about it on the podcast right now. We're recording, but I had like a whole thing, and like I couldn't do it, and like, you know. And she, you know, vanished into the unicorn forest, and I was like, no. But it's fine. It's fine because, you know, I had because something else happened, and it totally, you know. I mean, I'm still on that boat. I don't know where it's going, but things could still happen for Tekken, and you know that that Twitch moment was a moment of something positive energy, I guess, of like me not deflating and being like, I'll never have or not have a unicorn. That sounds terrible. Or I'll never find my unicorn and be happy and free in the frolicking forest of happiness or whatever, and filled with flowers and stuff. Anywho, on to the news.
Isn't it so sad? Please give us a subscribe. Yes, on to the news. You might be interested in this one then. Night Trap. Remember, it's coming out on PS4 and PC. 25th anniversary. This game was like... And the reason I bring this up is because there's a very good documentary about the making of Night Trap. And if you don't know what that is, it was like an FMV game for the... apparently...
CD?
The
CD.
Was, yeah.
So
Saturn CD?
That's right.
Yep.
Sega CD.
Sega CD. And it is FMV game that they're re-releasing all remastered and stuff. But yeah, the documentary is on YouTube. It's on a channel called My Life in Gaming. It's about 45 minutes long, but it goes over like the whole making of. Apparently in the beginning it was Hasbro that wanted this game made because they were experimenting with like VHS tapes, but like playing different videos, like multiple different videos on the same VHS tape. And then they were making Night Trap, and then Hasbro just lost interest or something because they realized something like, oh, if we make this game, then we have to like make hardware and make all this stuff, and it was just like far more costly than they thought it would be to get into the games business. And then eventually ended up on Sega. It's a really good documentary, so just go check it out. But yeah, that's the news part of that is that the game is coming out August 15th. Digital, PS4 and PC, and then also on August 11th they're going to release a physical version. I think there's like 3 different versions of it, and it has like the old box art and everything. It's pretty crazy that that's coming back. BioWare Montreal is gone. They made Andromeda, but no, EA has decided to absorb BioWare Montreal into EA Motive, which is working on Battlefield 2 in some capacity. I don't remember exactly which part they're doing.
Okay, I saw this on Gamma Sutra, and it said something about like Jade Raymond was like working on a new IP. Like, how long has that been being worked on? Because I saw it and it was like Jade Raymond's working on a new IP for EA. What?
Yeah, a while. This stuff takes a long time.
Because
the new IP ones have taken a long time.
Didn't she do Assassin's Creed?
She headed the studio, the first Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the very first one.
Yep.
Because I was like, okay, well, if her and Patrice made Assassin's Creed, then I'm pretty sure her and like BioWare people will be making an awesome game, or her and whoever at EA, because they kind of do good work most of the time. So I'm looking forward to this new Jade Raymond game now that I have been seeing those tidbits again after, I guess, whenever they said it and I completely forgot. I was like, oh, apparently Jade Raymond's making a new IP with the EA. Cool, whatever. I'll look forward to it because Assassin's Creed.
I think she's mostly like production side. So like when we talk about like so and so's game, like we tend to think of the creative behind it, but I think she's mostly like production and like the actual producing of it and like managing all the people who have to work on making the games. I don't know. I think that's what she did in Assassin's Creed 1 too. She just became the face of it. The face of the creed. So yeah, people are like, well, I guess Andromeda is done, and I guess Mass Effect won't be around for a while because the actual original Mass Effect team is still working on Anthem.
Yep.
And that won't be out till next year.
But Anthem looks like it's going to be cool.
Like, who knows how long?
Yep, 10 years they said.
Oh
no, it's Destiny.
That kills me.
No.
We are not going to get a new Mass Effect game for a long effing time now. Great.
It's a
Effing
good thing.
fantastic. Thanks,
It's a good thing
BioWare.
Anthem
Thanks,
looks
you.
so interesting though, because otherwise it would be like a problem. But Anthem looks like it's going to be fun though.
I say that in RPG. We all know how that
You
works.
like Destiny?
We all know.
Probably.
It's going to be like good Destiny.
Tropical!
What?
That. Them's fighting words, okay? You haven't even
Them's
played that
fighting
game. How do you know it's gonna be like Destiny? I've seen the same trailer you have. Okay, you know what in that trailer looks like Destiny to me? Only the loot drops, but that's because there's loot in the game, and there's loot in Destiny. That's just because there's loot in games that you had to put in the games like that because it's always the
There's
chase for loot.
also squads too, I guess.
For people, dude. Okay, that's like a whole other person. I mean, sure, it's like oh, just one more person, but you know what? That like changes the dynamic of stuff and encounters in the game, and like
It's also drop
for
in, drop out though, so it's more flowy,
how
and you get
is
to
that?
explore stuff together and actually have fun instead of, hating the game because RNGesus doesn't like you and ranting about random stuff and talking about breakfast pie and all these other things.
I mean, I guess it's okay because even though BioWare is working on this, at least we have, well, at least I have. I don't know about you two, but I have Telltale pumping out the goodness for like next year of Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead. So it's like I get both of those in 1 year. Please keep going. Please keep going, Telltale, and who knows what's after that? Maybe.
Oh, that doesn't
get
matter
some
for me.
more
I mean, I already got
Borderlands.
Persona 5, so I'm good now. I can die happy.
I
So
play everything.
I got what I wanted.
Well, that's,
mean,
that's
I am gonna
definitely
buy Anthem.
someone abdicating the throne to whoever wants to take it. If you're out there, just saying, because no, it's kind of seeming like Telltale's really only story-based developer that's really consistently putting out work. Just saying. And yeah, who's gonna take BioWare's throne now? I guess we'll see. Or can someone? Will someone rise up from the ranks of the AAA dumpster fire that's been this console generation to like deliver? Just saying.
What?
It has not been that bad.
I was just about to
Arkham
say.
Knight, what a disaster fest! Effing Mankind Divided. Oh man, that was great. Too bad it felt like an episode of something that was like bigger that we're not going to get from who knows how long. F you, Square Enix. Let's see what else. I mean, sure, there's like Detroit and but that's like who knows when. So, I mean, I know I'm gonna like Detroit, but that's just because I have expectations. But that game could still like not be up to expectations like the last two games I just talked about. So, And then what else? What else is there? I mean, I'm off the Assassin's Creed train, so F that game, F that crap. Division, yeah. Well, that was never gonna be like a narrative, a masterpiece. So also didn't deliver quite as good. Like, cause people like played it and they're like, oh, just like Disney, because it wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. Oh, what a failure. Watch Dogs as well. I mean, not that narratively it was like, oh, that's cool. It just seemed like, oh, cool concept, but then failure to deliver. I'm just saying. In my opinion, I think this gen has been a lot of, oh man, this could be really cool. It's got the length, it's got the distance, and then it just like craters into the ground, crashes, blows up, and it's like, oh, well, they didn't quite make it this time. ... So yeah. I don't know what I wanted to say there, but I just had to, try to put my feelings and thoughts into a sentence, and that's what it was.
It wasn't a very good
It's
sentence.
got the length and the distance, and then it just blows up. Wow, I almost said something really terrible, but yeah.
Oh, chicka wow wow.
may have been too late.
So yeah, maybe someone can actually, or some other or group of people, Horizon's pretty cool. Gorilla.
Sony. Sony.
Consistent output of games that are not, constantly delayed, and then they come out and it's like, oh, it should have been delayed more. Mass Effect Andromeda. Hate to say it, but it's true.
My dinosaurs in the butt.
Ah, man. Okay, I'm done with my spiel. Continue.
Nintendo says that they have shipped 4.7 million Switches.
Yay.
Which is doing well, I guess. Although we don't really know because they said shipped. Although, when was the last time you saw Switches available? Not
Just
in-
last week.
Well, I don't check in store, but when I was on GameStop's website, they were pretty much there if you wanted to click and order one. So just saying,
Yeah.
it's not like it's
Walmart and Amazon are both in stock of it too.
Are they still doing like you have to buy a bundle?
Possibly, because I saw the bundles on GameStop, but they're like what 400 maybe? Wait, not 400. How much is the Switch? 350? 350?
It's like 350 or something like
So it's
that.
not that
300?
bad. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Because it's like
Wait, it's only 300?
Yeah, it's only
I think
300.
I'll buy one tomorrow.
Yeah, because like the one I saw was the Breath of the Wild bundle. I was like, oh, they're in stock. Well, clearly, if these are in stock, you can get one if you wanted it. Because why wouldn't you get one without Breath of the Wild unless you're not a Zelda fan or you're a jaded Zelda fan like myself? So,
Or you just hate yourself.
just saying, just saying. Next news story, topic.
I'm looking. Oh, so I guess we once received a complaint that we didn't talk enough about Monster Hunter. So this is for you. There was,
You're talking
although
about you, Dagger.
to be fair, you've probably seen this already, but Capcom went and released overview videos of all the weapons coming to Monster Hunter World.
They did.
Did you watch them?
I saw the E3
I only
demo
watched
that they
the-
released. That was
Oh,
pretty
you
good.
only watched that one.
I only watched the technical ones because those are the only weapons I care about. Tell Dagger she can take her stupid speed weapons and shove them up her happy hole. Because technical weapons for the win. Technical weapons for the win.
I even
Or
wrote
not.
them out in a list.
We've been
Uh,
her and I have been fighting over this for a while now. So she's always making fun of my weapon choices, and I was like, well, you choose the easy noob stuff, so don't be all trying to talk about me. At least mine requires some level of skill to use.
Do you know? Are there any new weapons for this one?
No.
Because I think the insect glaive was the.
Insect Glaive was like 3 Monster Hunters ago.
What was the new one?
3 months.
Is it the?
I mean,
know.
it's the newest in terms of additions, but I mean, so was the Charge Blade and the Switch Axe.
Ah,
But the main thing though is like not just the new, necessarily just new weapons. It's like the new playstyle though too, because it's like the trailer kind of showed. Well, one of the trailers showed them like switching between like gunning and melee weaponing and stuff, and then there's the grappling hook and stuff. These are things that were not possible in previous Monster Hunters. So it's going to be interesting. Also, they're just targeting different parts of the monster too, where you can like, well, in terms of like riding them or something, or what is it, mounting them. There goes like there's an actual term for that in the series, mounting them. Because like there's like parts where you're like mounting them on their head, but mounting them on their tail, or mounting them on the body and stuff, and breaking out the different parts and stuff. So there's that as well. There's that as well. So it's going to be interesting, and I think that one's also drop in, drop out. So.
cool. See, we talked about it. All right, last one. You know how?
You didn't go over the list.
Oh,
You didn't go over the list.
I did write down the list, and I suppose I should go through it. All right, so the videos that they released: Sword and Shield, Dual Blades, Great
Dagger's
Sword,
favorite.
Long
Loser.
Sword, Charge Blade, Switch Axe,
Woo!
Hammer,
Woo!
Lance, Gun Lance, Insect Glaive, Hunting Horn.
Woo! F
So
you,
that's a
Dagger.
technical weapon.
F you.
The bow, a light bow gun, and
Oh,
a
that's-
heavy bow gun.
No one likes the bow.
So yeah,
Yes.
if
Hunting
you
horn,
somehow
sword
haven't
weapon.
seen these, there's a whole bunch of videos. So yeah, go check them out. All right, last thing was you know how occasionally the PlayStation blog does a PlayStation Store. You choose which one gets discounted thing. They're doing that. That ends tomorrow. So, in the off chance that anyone is listening to it live, you should go to the PlayStation blog right now and vote between Skyrim getting 50% off or The Evil Within getting 65% off.
Why wouldn't Skyrim get 65% off too?
I don't know.
That's gamist.
Maybe because it's newer. Gamist. Yes, that ends Wednesday, August 2nd. So, very soon. They will announce the results on Friday, I think, and then the game will go on sale for the rest of the week.
I can finally buy Skyrim. Just kidding. I'm never going to buy Skyrim. I simply just don't
I think
care
I'm
how
going to
cheap
get
it is.
Skyrim VR. Because VR.
No. Just no. So let's all vote for Evil Within. At least that game is probably actually fun.
Okay, so I guess that's it.
By the way, I don't like Elder Scrolls. Just in case you didn't get that hint by now.
That's it for this week's episode. Check us out as BattleZ, aimlesspodcast.com, Google, Facebook. I'm sorry, not Google. Google us. And maybe find us on Facebook, Twitter.
It's like technically we're on Google, yes.
Anywhere else. The website, aimlesspodcast.com. Or, maybe find something completely different and better or something. And nothing wrong with that. Anything to say before you sign off, RPG?
Beware of the darkest timeline because things get dark in the timeline in which it is dark because darkness. Kingdom Hearts.
Anything to say before we sign off, Tropical?
It's rough out there for Tekken. So listen to Aimless Podcast.
It's hard out there for a pimp.
And I guess my last or my final
Your
words
final.
my last words on this episode or my sign off on this episode will be maybe you are, maybe you aren't looking for a unicorn, but you don't need that unicorn, okay? Because Tekken doesn't have a unicorn. He kind of like would like to think that he does, but he doesn't because he's terrible and clueless. I'm not going to get into it, but hopefully he can like cross that bridge and like be in Unicorn Land. Hopefully in the like soonish time. If not, it's cool. It's whatever, man. It's I just thought I needed one, but like I'm at peace now, and I can function completely without a unicorn and be fine without a unicorn, and sure, I know they exist, but knowing one is there and being able to team up with one or whatever word you want to say that aren't weird and stuff. Like, I'm trying hard, man. I'm trying hard to say weird words here, but yeah, unicorns. They're out there.
Unicorns.
It's a metaphor, RPG.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Because they don't exist, but they do exist. I mean, I guess that's a bad metaphor if they do exist. But that being said, super rare. They're not super rare, but for Tekken, it's like for Tekken, it's like so hard because I can't even be like, so do you have a horn? I know you like have a very celestial.
Well, this is getting awkward.
I can't do it without being weird. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But let me just wrap this up so I can sign off. But yeah, everybody's out there looking for a unicorn. But okay, maybe not actually.
I'm not.
Because there's people out there I like that.
Not into horses.
So if you aren't out there looking for a unicorn,
Not judging people who are into them, but just I don't want to know about what you do in your off time. That's your personal stuff. Have fun.
If you are or aren't out there looking for a unicorn,
just make sure you sanitize the horn first.
Just know
Yeah.
that even if you do or don't find one, you don't need one. It's okay, man, or lady, or person, it's whatever. and just be at peace knowing that you're you're on the planet and you're out there in the world and stuff's happening all the time.
Into horses.
And it's great and majestic, and you don't need that unicorn necessarily. I mean, you could go forever just like me. I mean, okay, not forever. I mean, I have been forever without one. That being said, I would. I mean, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. It's like it's whatever, man. It's not like I need this or I'm gonna die or the world's gonna end or so yeah, just don't let it get.
Well, the
you
world
too
might
much.
end. I mean, it's the darkest timeline after all.
Because that's how things work. But yeah, don't get too caught up on that unicorn or lack thereof. If you are one of those people like me that is just completely a failure and cannot team up with one. But hey, well, I'm ready.
This just got dark.
But hey, my look could be changing, and it's I would like to think that, but I'm trying not to psych myself up or psych myself out. So yeah, but yeah, that's it for this episode of the podcast. And that was a really weird outro, maybe a bit of both. And
It's almost like a dating profile, but like a sad one.
I would have a sad dating profile because I'd be completely truthful, and you'd be like, "Wow, it's depressing. How do you live with yourself?" And I'd be like, "Well, stuff and things and stuff." Anywho, that's it for this episode. Until you see or hear from us again, Aimless Babble Z, Aimless Podcast, and we're now signing off.